How is everybody doing today? We are less than 1 week away from the premiere of Dragon Ball Super, and we've been treated with a synopsis of the very first episode in the 31st issue of the Weekly Shonen Jump magazine. The information that we are given are the name of the episode, the place in the timeline that Super takes place, and a more detailed look at what the first episode and maybe the overarching story might be about, besides what Goten and Trunks are up to, which is pretty cool. The first episode will be titled, Who Will the 100 Million Zeni Peace Reward Go To? Now, if you've read the first chapter of the manga, that kind of might ring a bell or sound familiar to you. And it will take place 6 months after the battle with Majin Buu. The events of Dragon Ball Z Battle of Gods took place 4 years after the battle with Majin Buu, so we can assume that Dragon Ball Super begins 3.5 years prior to Battle of Gods. So that's kind of giving us obviously the time frame where this is taking place. And considering the manga chapter, if you've read it, everything seems to be moving a lot quicker. Now, with all that out of the way, we can get to the summary of the very first episode. With the Earth at peace, Goku earns money. 6 months after the fierce battle with Majin Buu. While the days pass peacefully, Goku works tilling the soil like Chi-Chi ordered him, while still finding time to train. Meanwhile, newlyweds Gohan and Videl are living happily, and it leaves off there. So, kind of a cliffhanger, maybe something's going to happen to them, or maybe something will happen that will affect all of the Z Warriors and everyone included in that group. It also goes on to read, Goten and Trunks this week. What do they pick for a wedding gift? Goten wants to give Gohan a wedding present and Trunks offers his advice. What item do they end up picking? Now, this is obviously going back to some of the information we already knew with Goten and Trunks heading out to find a wedding gift for Gohan and Videl, because, as stated before, newlyweds. Now, whether or not the search for this wedding gift is going to span the entire saga is unknown, but the wording of this article kind of leads me to believe that maybe they'll have different adventures and side stories each week, which could be fun and interesting, give Goten and Trunks a little bit of time to shine, own little adventures. Gotenks could be thrown into the mix somewhere. I assume he might be, but let me know what you guys think about that. Do you think Goten and Trunks are going to have their own little thing each week that's going to be separate from, say, Goku, Vegeta, and the big main characters? Or do you think that maybe their storylines might interweave at some point where obviously it goes back to the group altogether for a fight or something? That would be interesting to know. The last part of this article goes on to say, unfortunately, no information has been released yet on an official English version of Dragon Ball Super, dubbed or either subtitled at this time. So that's unfortunate. Hopefully something's worked out by this coming Saturday, which is when the first episode of Super is released. 9 o'clock in Japan, so obviously if you're going to watch it, if you are able to watch it, if they're allowing us to watch it at the same time, I don't know what's happening there. Check out your times and see if you can align it and we can watch Super. But hopefully something will be figured out that it's subbed at the same time. I don't know if they're even doing that, or it's just going to be Japanese, no subtitles. It'll be interesting to see how that plays out in the... Well, obviously it's going to be less than a week, so hopefully some information pops up on that soon. So anyway, what do you guys think of the summary of the first episode? Are you excited to see it, or are you just excited for Dragon Ball Super in general? Let me know in the comment section below. Of course, if you want to check out the article for yourself, you can. I have linked it in the description for you. And don't forget, if you enjoyed this video, to leave it a like. And if you want to see more Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super, Xenoverse, anything like that, don't forget to subscribe. And until my next Dragon Ball video, have a fantastic day.